Welcome to Hooked on Arm Wrestling. Today we're going to be doing my bicep arm wrestling workout. With these, I do lots of reps, lots of sets. I like to get warmed up whenever I'm going on these. What I like to do is I like to kind of lean a little bit to the side. I'm not going straight down like a traditional preacher curl. And the reason I do that is because if you watch a lot of videos, you'll see people, they hurt their bicep and what happens is whenever you're going down, if you're straight, what happens is as you extend out and you've been arm wrestling for a while, everything are in there by that bicep and where the brachialis meet get really tight. And so as you are being forced to supinate out and stretch the bicep, you can get some damage there. So I don't like to go, straight out. I mean, I'll do it. If I do it, I'll do it with lightweight. If you've always done it, and you've always been flexible and stretched there really well, you'll probably be okay. It's the same as if, you see deadlifters when they're deadlifting. If when they're deadlifting with that grip, it's forcing them to, supinate out as they stretch up, and it's pulling on their bicep. And you'll see their biceps, tear, or they'll have injuries. So that's why I do it this way. With this, I also like to warm up my, doing the hammer there. I like to warm up that brachialis, so I don't have injury. And with these, this is my typical Saturday bicep routine that I do for arm wrestling. It's I don't have to do a lot of different machines. I do a few, but these alone can take up 30 to 40 minutes of my time, and I start with 30 pounds typically, or 25, or just however I'm feeling, and I'll start doing reps, and it's kind of how I feel, and so if I feel like I need to do 20, I do 20. If it's 10, it's 10, and I'll go up like this one. I went up 20 pounds at a time. Sometimes I'll go up, 10 pounds at a time, 5 pounds at a time. I'm fortunate enough that the gym I go to, Fortified Fitness, they go up to 150 pound dumbbells. So, which is really cool, because you're able to test yourself. And, a lot of times if you see me post a video of me doing a preacher dumbbell lift or something like that, what people don't know is I've already done probably 70 or 80 reps before I got to that point. So just like here, and what you'll notice is my left is not as strong or as coordinated as my right. And I'm able to do, stay close, but definitely it's not as close as my right arm. When I get really heavy, like here at 130 pounds, I like to actually go out and hold it as a static. And I hold in that open position to really tax my bicep. It makes it really difficult. Also, I feel like it helps on the table in a lock position, especially for me. I love to hook. I love to be in a strap. On this one here, when I did that right arm, I actually saw stars, because I was sitting there, I was holding my breath. I wasn't breathing right. And I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to get through this one on my left arm. And I tried it, and it was tough. Now 150 pounds. I don't go down quite as far, obviously, because it's a lot more difficult. But I still try to get open as far as I can. Right after that, I jump into these hammer curls. Same thing. I started back down to lighter weight. And sometimes I'll go down even lighter, just like I said, depends on how I feel. Sometimes I'll go down to, 15, 20 pounds, 25 pounds. I don't have an ego, I'm not there. I'm just really trying to get a good workout. And so with these, I keep going up, and, these I went up 10 pounds at a time. And I like to do it that way. Sometimes you can go up to, 5 pounds at a time, or however you feel, or, and this is one of my days. On another day when I'm doing these workouts, I may not even go very heavy at all. I may only go to 50 pounds or 60 pounds, and I may do everything high reps, and good blood flow. These reverse curls, with these, as you can see when I'm doing it, I don't have a lot of range of motion in my actual curl. So it almost looks like I'm doing, deltoid front shoulder raises, but really, I mean, it's just right in there on that brachialis, and part of the bicep. These single arm, I grab a plate, 10 pounds, 25 or 35, whatever you're comfortable with. And I hammer these up, and really the goal on this is to keep my wrist riser, from breaking down. And, I'll tell you towards the end of a workout, it's almost impossible to do. I mean, it gets so difficult, and I'm like, man. And then I add these in there at the end. These feel really good. Do a lot of reps, you can squeeze up, and it's almost good for back pressure. Thanks for tuning in.